Boop. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, May the 3rd. Can you believe it or not? 2021. And we are looking at our DBRs for today, which come to us from Psalm 80, Isaiah 5, 1 through 7, and then Galatians 5, 16 through 26. And I'm going to take a look at the section from Isaiah and talk about sour grapes. Because in this text, God is telling this story about this vineyard that he planted, right? That he went through all the motions with, not just the motions, but the work, right? He put in the effort, he put in the time, and did everything that you're supposed to do if you're going to plant a vineyard and make it good and successful. You know, he chose this prime location with really nice, good soil that would be really great for grapevines. He cleared all the stones out of the way. He went through and made sure there was nothing that could get in the way of these vines doing well. Tilled up the soil, planted the vines. He even built up fortifications, right? So to protect the vines, right? Put in a watchtower, walls, all that stuff. And then he built a wine vat to get ready for this great harvest that he was going to have from these wines. But that harvest never came. The fruit was bad. The vines were bad. He had planted these grapevines to get these choice grapes, and it turns out that these were wild vines that didn't really give him the fruit he wanted. They gave him bad fruit. So the fruit was bad, the vines were wild, but not for any fault of his own. He says in verse 4, he says, "What more was there to do for my vineyard that I have not done?" So, he did everything he could, and still the vines didn't do what they were supposed to do. This text that we've got today, this section ends up, and he says, "For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the people of Judah are his pleasant planting. He expected justice, but saw bloodshed, righteousness, but heard a cry." So the fruit of his labors that he wanted to see were justice, right, and righteousness, and instead he got nothing but bloodshed and tears for his labors. So what do you do when you put all that effort in and you put this vineyard in and you did all this work and then you get nothing but bad times out of it in return? Well, God says he's turning his back on the vineyard. He's tearing down the walls that he built, the hedge of protection that he put around it, and he's just going to let the land go back to what it was. He's going to let the world have its way with that vineyard that wouldn't bear good fruit. So, this is the story of Israel. This is the story of how God can put all this effort into us, and then yet we can still not bear the fruit somehow that God wants. And what has he not done for us already? Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Go forth, enjoy the day, and we'll be back tomorrow with another daily Bible reading. See you later. Boop.